This regular city council meeting is called to order. Would everyone please stand for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. City Clerk Ed Norris, would you call the roll?
Mayor McClellan.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Ratner. Councilmember Burns.
Here.
Councilmember Rich.
Here.
Councilmember White.
Here.
Okay, we have a quorum. Next, please note on your agenda that we are omitting the closed session. We were able to handle that information in the special council meeting. So is there an approval of the agenda as amended?
So moved.
Second?
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have the consent agenda, and these are routine items that are voted on as one without discussion. Is there any item that needs to be removed? Yes.
I'd like to remove L and M.
L and M, okay. So what we have left is regular council meeting minutes of April 16th, 2018, special council meeting minutes the same date and April 25th, retirement board meeting minutes of January 22nd, Corridor Improvement Authority board meeting minutes of December 21 and February 15, Court Management Council meeting minutes of February 22nd, Arts and Cultural Diversity Commission meeting minutes of March 8th, Beautification Advisory Commission meeting minutes of February 18th, request to appoint Kevin Yee as the representative and David Koster as his alternate to the SACRA board for the fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2018, request to cancel the regularly scheduled Planning Commission meeting of May 14th, payment application number 2 for the 2017 Sewer and Catch Basin Cleaning and TV Inspection Project, M673, to Taplin Group Limited of Kalamazoo, Michigan, for the total amount of $152,882.68. K, proposed change order number 1 in the amount of $147.55 to the good, and payment application number 2 in the amount of $131,248.71 to Instaform Technologies USA Limited for the 2017-18 sewer lining project M677. We're omitting items L and M. And finally, licenses, new and renewals is submitted for May 7th, 2018. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Support.
Moved and supported. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Burns.
Yes.
Mayor McClellan.
Yes.
Councilmember Rich.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, motion carried. We are now looking at item L, agreement with the Road Commission for Oakland County for street sweeping, litter picking, and lawn mowing services on Greenfield Road from 8 to 10 Mile Road and on 10 Mile Road from Greenfield to Maplefield. So is there a motion to approve this agreement?
So moved.
Is there support? Support. Can we have someone speak to this?
Hello.
Speak
Good
of
evening.
angels and hear the flutter of their wings. There.
So this is our annual maintenance agreement. We do this annually, these services for the Road Commission, and they reimburse us. We are finding that we feel like we maintain these areas better than they had been done in the past, and we have control of it.
I just had a quick question.
Oh,
Councilmember
Weiss.
Weiss, thank you.
So under the summary, it said that you'd be picking up litter and lawn mowing services 5 times per year. That just seemed kind of low to me, and I don't do lawn maintenance on roads, so I didn't know for sure, and I didn't know if this is to supplement what they're already doing.
it's very low. So they only committed to doing it 5 times a year. We were finding the grass was long. We contracted out. In our contract, we were getting prices back where we were getting it done all season long for a similar price. So we felt, again, we have more control over it. When we bid it out, our contractual prices are lower, and actually our prices are very similar to the amount that we get reimbursed to do it all season long.
So we would be doing it more than 5 times a year?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
I think
that
it's
was what-
26 times a year, I believe, so.
That's what I wanted to clarify.
Correct.
Thank you.
Okay, are we ready to vote? Yep. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Item L. Item M is an agreement with the Road Commission for Oakland County for repairs to Greenfield Road and payment of $47,245 to the Road Commission of Oakland County from the Major Street Fund. Is there a motion to approve the agreement?
So moved?
Support?
Moved and supported. Can you discuss this first, and then we'll ask you questions?
Yes, absolutely. So this is our cost participation agreement for the road commission to do work on Greenfield Road. We annually participate in the tri-party program, which I believe you approved a couple meetings back, where we contribute 1/3 of an amount of money. The road commission contributes another third, and the county contributes the third third. And we use that for funding for repairs on county roads. Greenfield Road is a county road, and we have been putting money away for a few years now for the repairs of Greenfield Road. They have committed to actually doing $1.1 million worth of work on Greenfield Road between 10 Mile Road and Lincoln for concrete repairs of several bad panels and bad areas of concrete in that area. So this is just part of the agreement. I did read over the agreement and saw that it was, in the agreement, it's for $141,000 worth of work, but I did actually verify with them that they are going to do the $1.1 million worth of work, and our share will be $47,000 of that.
Even though it increased to,
The 1 million, our share is still only 47,245.
Our share is still $47,000.
Okay,
Correct.
great, thank you.
Questions? Any further questions? Yes?
What's the total cost of the project?
They said they're going to spend $1.1 million on that section of roadway.
Okay. And I know when we had talked about this before, you had said that, and I can't remember what the previous amount was that we had discussed, but that it wouldn't be enough to do everything that needed to be done. Are we closer to that now, or is it?
I know it was $1 million.
Well, this is, they have said that they were doing all the bad panels. I have not seen their drawings or what they plan on doing as far as that goes. Actually, I don't think they're completed yet, but they said that they estimate to do all the bad panels in there, it was going to be $1.1 million.
Okay.
And they wanted to use tri-party money to contribute to that, because initially they had wanted to spend significantly less than that. But as they got into it, they realized it was a lot more to fix that section, which is in a state of disrepair.
Terrible.
And it's one of our biggest complaints that we get in my department, and one that we don't maintain, so.
Yeah, and I'm really happy we're doing, the reason I ask is because in the agreement, and under number 3, part B, it says that if we go over what funds are available, that the city is going to be required to pay whatever that difference is. So I didn't know if we had anticipated that we would have funding for that, or if we were just going to do however much we can get done with that amount of money that we have available.
I'll review it and ask the question, and I'll talk to the city attorney about that particular clause, because I do have an email from them that says that they're committed to doing $1.1 million, and all we have to contribute is our tri-party funding. So that might be inconsistent with the agreement, and I work with the city attorney on making sure that our share is limited to the amount of this agreement.
Okay, thank you.
They also, I think what you may have been referring to, if I may, is they did also commit $100,000 for the repairs to 10 Mile Road. There's a section in and around the state police post east of Church that is in bad shape, some concrete, and they're going to do $100,000 worth of repair in that area as well.
That's
And
good
that's
news.
completely separate. That is totally on their
That's
funding.
good news,
That is great.
because
great
that's been
news, yes.
ruining our snow machines as we go. over them.
Absolutely, it has, because we maintain those. The previous agreement with the summer maintenance for the road commission, we also do a winter maintenance with the road commission as well. So we plow those roads as well.
Any further questions? Okay, ready to vote. Roll call, please.
Mayor McClellan.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem, let's see, Councilmember Rich.
Yes.
Councilmember White.
Yes.
Councilmember Byrne.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We don't have elected officials visiting this time, but we do have a special recognition and presentation for Ferndale Friends for publishing the Oak Park City Guide and Business Directory, which is, if you haven't seen it, it is a beautifully written piece with one-page articles about many of our wonderful businesses, and coupons and other great things that are here. And we wanted to budget for a business directory this year, and things are a little tight, so we didn't. And luckily, this was produced for us and serves that purpose. So we would like to thank Ferndale Friends, and we have a certificate of appreciation for Ferndale Friends, presented to express appreciation for publishing the Oak Park City Guide and Business Directory that beautifully portrays all that the city of Oak Park has to offer its residents and business communities, signed by Eric Tungate and Marion McClellan Mayor. And we would like to present this to Stephanie Lovelace, and please come up for the city picture. It's wonderful that we are partnering with our friends next door in so many ways, and this is another wonderful way. And if you haven't read the articles in this magazine, they are delightful. They're very well written and informative. You'll love it. There's no public hearing or communications. Item 10A. This is a special event request submitted by the Oak Park Recreation Department for the Oak Park Summer Event to be held on June 16th. So we need a motion to approve this special event request.
So moved.
Second?
Moved and seconded. Any discussion or questions? This is going to be at the Community Center and David Shepherd Park. Family recreation, a barbecue battle and music event with a food court, a kid zone, a mini pub, and live entertainment. We are partnering with Oakland County Parks and Recreation to make this happen. Any discussion or questions? Yes.
No question, just a comment. I attended last year. This is a very well-organized event, a lot of good food. So please come out and bring the entire family. There's a lot of events, and I think everyone could have a good time there.
mark down June 16th and come, bring your neighbors, bring your friends, bring grandchildren, anybody you can grab. Everybody's welcome. It's a great, lots of wonderful free events. I think when we started in 2011, people really wanted events in Oak Park, and our recreation department has provided them in spades. They are wonderful events, and the theory is if this year's event is here, next year's event is going to be bigger, better, and more wonderful. So we're looking forward to this one. We need a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Number 13 is ordinances, 13A. This is a second reading and adoption of an ordinance to amend Article 2, definitions, Article 15, MX1, mixed-use district, Article 9, light industrial district, Article 19, special land uses, Appendix A, zoning of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Oak Park, Michigan. We need a motion to approve the second reading and adoption.
So moved?
Second?
Moved and seconded. Any discussion or questions? Oh, we've got someone to explain this. Yes.
Good evening. So the first ordinance in front of you is in reference to changes to the alcoholic liquor section, but the first portion of it is just in the districts that it would be allowed in, and that would be our mixed-use district and light industrial district. And then the second one deals with more of the specifics to allow for breweries, brew pubs, distilleries, and wineries.
So the first one is just a zoning change.
Correct.
And it's in this small piece of 11 Mile Road.
Yes, yeah, we only allowed it in our mixed-use and light industrial districts because these uses are tailored for the manufacturing of alcoholic liquors, and we felt those zoning districts were best suited for that.
Super. Are we ready to vote?
Yes.
Yes. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Rich.
No.
Councilmember Weiss.
Yes.
Councilmember Byrne.
Yes.
Mayor McClellan.
Yes. Motion carries. Thank you. Now we're at second reading and adoption of an ordinance to amend Article 3, Regulation of On-the-Premises Consumption, Chapter 6, Section 6, 52, 53, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 63, 64, and 65 of the General Code of Ordinances of the City of Oak Park, Michigan. Is there a motion to approve the second reading and adoption?
So moved?
Second?
Moved and seconded. Discussion or questions? Roll call, please.
Councilmember Weiss.
Yes.
Councilmember Byrne.
Yes.
Mayor McClellan.
Yes.
Councilmember Rich.
No.
Motion
you.
carried. Thank you so much. The city attorney. Thank you. City manager Tungate.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of council. 15A is a request to schedule a public hearing on the fiscal year 2018-19 annual budget for Wednesday, May 16, 2018, in this chamber.
Okay, we need a vote on that?
Yes.
Yes. We need a motion to
So
schedule
moved.
this public hearing.
Support?
Moved and supported. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Next is a resolution, oh, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. 15B is a resolution approving language for ballot proposal 18-01, renewal of partial Headley override millage for public safety purposes for the August 7th, 2018 primary election.
So moved?
Second?
Moved and supported. Discussion or questions? We need a roll call.
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
could the city manager just explain it really quick?
Yes, please.
Sure. This is a Headley override millage for public safety purposes that had a 10-year expiration. So it was put in place back in 2008, and it is coming due. So this resolution would place it on the ballot in the primary for August 7th, and it would ask for a renewal only of this mill.
So this is not a new tax, this is just a
would be a-
continuation of what we are already paying.
It would be, that is correct.
Okay. That good? Okay. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Weiss.
Yes.
Councilmember Burns.
Yes.
Mayor McClellan.
Yes.
Councilmember Rich.
Yes.
Motion carried. Item C.
15C is a resolution approving language for ballot proposal 18-02, renewal of a millage to fund the public safety retirement system pursuant to Act 345 for the August 7th, 2018 primary election. And here again, this is another renewal of an existing millage that was approved back in 2012 with an expiration of 7 years.
So this is not an increase, this is just continuing what we're paying. Okay, do we have a motion? No?
So
Is there a
moved.
motion to approve? Okay.
Moved and supported.
Discussion or questions? Roll call, please.
Councilmember Burns.
Yes.
Mayor McClellan.
Yes.
Councilmember Rich.
Yes.
Councilmember Weiss.
Yes.
Motion carried.
15D, I'd like to turn it over to City Clerk Ed Norris, please.
Madam Mayor and City Council, I have before you a resolution that effectively has your authorization to change temporarily one of our polling locations. Our precinct 1 in the Ferndale, or in the Berkeley School District area is under construction, and so will not be available to be used as a polling place for the August election. And so we do have room for that precinct to be moved to Norup International School, and for that temporary move, and we're asking your approval of this resolution that's required.
So that's just moving next door, and there will be signage for the people.
Correct.
Okay, is there a motion to authorize this temporary move of one polling place?
So moved.
Support?
Moved and supported. Questions or discussion? Let's see, do we need a roll call? No? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we are authorizing the move due to construction.
Madam Mayor, members of council, I'd like to ask Director Stasiak to join me at the podium for 15E, which is a request for City Council to select and establish a name for the Oak Park Summer Recreation Event.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor, City Council members, and City Manager Tungate. The Recreation Department is requesting City Council to select and establish a name for the Oak Park Summer Recreation Event, which will take place this year on June 16th. The name Summerfest is a registered service mark and cannot be used in conjunction with hosting a summer festival.
Okay, so the choices that you're recommending?
I have 3 choices. I believe they're up there now. We have Grill and Chill, we have Oak Park Summer Blast, and Oak Park Fest. I
Okay.
believe if you ask the Recreation Department, staff, and Parks and Recreation Commission, our choice would be the Oak Park Summer Blast.
Summer Blast, the middle one.
Madam Mayor, I'd like to just also state that these are not the limited choices. You guys can come up with a different name if you so choose. However, these are the ones that we're recommending to you.
What is the will of council on this?
Can we call it the festival formerly known as Summerfest? Or will we get sued?
Can we what?
Never mind.
Nothing. She was making a Prince joke.
Okay. Are we comfortable with
Well,
the?
first we have to make a
recti-
motion.
I would like to make a motion that it be called Oak Park Summer Blast.
So moved. Second.
Seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Welcome to the Oak Park Summer Blast.
Great. Thank you so much.
And then 15F, Director Stasiak, if you could go over this as well.
Yes, the Recreation Department is asking City Council to authorize a resolution in support of the application for the special license for the City of Oak Park special event, now called the Oak Park Summer Blast on June 16th, that will allow us to sell beer and wine at our event, same as last year.
This was done last year, and
Correct.
there were no issues.
No incidents whatsoever.
Quiet event. Sorry? More than quiet. So we need a motion to adopt this resolution authorizing this application for special license.
So moved?
Second?
Second. Do we need a roll call, City Clerk? No? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No? We will adopt this resolution.
Thank you very much.
15G, we had our representative from our other tax foreclosure program company at the last meeting, and we have someone from Global Realty. Director Maroney, who's here?
Yes, good evening. Global Realty has changed names, so first I will introduce their new name as FPJ Investments LLC, and Jim Budziak is the representative. He's been with the company since we began using them 3 years ago, and he's here to give you your updated presentation on how progress went from the last year's tax foreclosure sales. So, Jim, if you want to take over.
Thank you. We'd like to welcome Jim Budziak. We put him on the hot seat when he first came here because it was our first time trying this, and we had been warned that there are some unscrupulous people in this business, and they don't fix up the homes well, and to watch it. So we were watching his every twitch, and our building department was delighted. The first thing he did was do the landscaping, so the worst house on your block became a nice-looking house, and the neighbors were thrilled. And then we watched as he did everything on the inside, and he did more than was required. Made them nicer than they had to be, and the building department, which is well known for being very particular, was delighted. So we welcome you back.
Thank you, Madam Mayor and council members. And to that note, I was just reflecting back on 3 years ago when I met with Mr. Tungate in his office and kind of laid a general concept out, and then had a subsequent meeting with Kim. And then here we are 3 years later, and the city, you know, placed their trust in me, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity that I've been given to work in the city. And over the last 3 years, I've noticed all of the improvements in the city and what a great place it has become to work, and it's made my job easier. Selling the houses, you know, just from, you know, Officer or Director Cooper's ice cream cart to the bike rides to the $30 million FedEx development, and then I think recently you have a restaurant possibly going into the WWJ building. And just as I drive around town, I see all of the activity and excitement in this community, and I can tell you that the houses are not staying on the market very long in Oak Park right now. And that's a credit to all of you for making it such a wonderful community to live in and work in. So with that being said, I will start with some photos. And just to reiterate, the departments have been great to work with. I mean, from the new building director, Jeff Wren, to Bob, who I started with, and Kim and Eric and everybody. It's been a very pleasurable experience in Oak Park. So with that said, I'll start to flip through some photos here. This is just kind of our typical scope of work, which is new floors, kitchen cabinets, granite countertops, bathrooms updated, interiors and basements painted, exterior renovations, and challenging issues addressed.
Can you tell us some of the challenging issues?
So recently, it's funny you should mention that. Recently we had a house on Kipling, and we had it sold, and then they had a home inspection done, and their home inspector discovered a little bit of mold in the attic. So we have a mold remediation company that we've had a long-standing relationship with. As a matter of fact, Jeff Wren mentioned, he's like, I was out to your house, and some guy was there in full gear, you know, and what was going on? I said, well, he was doing mold remediation in the attic. And I said, the other thing we do is, my sales agent, who's worked with us for so long, when she goes to list the houses, I was explaining to Jeff that she has access to all of our files because she's been with me so long. And she goes through, and the two hot buttons she looks for, she sees if there's been any mold remediation done, and if there has been, she puts the clear reports on the MLS for the prospective buyer to see. It's disclosed in the seller's disclosures. And then the other hot button is water in the basements. If there's any ever water in the basements, leaking issues, we have that taken care of, and we also disclose that. And the point is that, you know, I want to make sure that the buyers are protected because it's a reflection on me and the city and everybody with the program. So we do take extra care to make sure that things are done right, and when issues do pop up, we take care of them. This is a summary of the homes last year. Last year,
So we can't see this, so if you can just tell us a few of the things that are on there.
yeah, I'll give you a quick highlight. So we acquired 9 properties. 3 have been sold. Of the 3 homes that have been sold, the average renovation on those was $49,940. It was just shy of $50,000. I think our commitment last year was we had to have a minimum average of $35,000. We're sitting at close to 50 on those. I have another home is pending, and another 4 will be on the market in the next 2 weeks, and I'm expecting the renovations on those houses to be closer to $55,000, $55,000 to $60,000. Some of them, 2 or 3 of them needed new driveways, and those are running about $10,000. And that's kind of one of the things we pride ourselves on, is if a home does need a new driveway, we put it in. And a lot of folks shy away from that because it is expensive, but we don't.
So let me just clarify. Your contract required you to put $35,000 into each home, and you put $49,000 and $55,000.
Yeah, I believe my average is going to be, overall will be over, it'll definitely be over 50,000 average for the 9 renovations when they're done, and I think our requirement was 35. And also, I would say that when we do 50,000 in a house, it's hard for some. I think we do more. My point is, I think we do more for 50,000 than most people because of the economies of scale that we do. We do close to 100 houses a year, and with our, we're a direct buyer to GE, for example. We have negotiated discounts with all of our suppliers. So I'm confident that when I spend 50 or 60,000 on a house, it would have cost some of my competitors more if they don't have the economies of scale. So it allows us to do more to the houses too.
Nice. Makes it a better house in Oak Park, makes it worth more, makes it a better home for the people who buy it.
We're going to have some comps this year pushing 200,000. The values are really, really strong in Oak Park right now.
Well, Oak Park's the bargain,
So,
remaining.
yeah, for what you get, it is a bargain. So, so here's some before and afters. This is 21910 Dante. This one is sold. That's why there's snow on the ground. It was listed and sold this winter. That's the kitchen. Bathroom. Bedroom. That's laundry room. This is Sunset. Now, a couple of these aren't completely renovated, but I brought some pictures, and this is Sunset before and after. This home is not completely done. This is Woodvale, 13340 Woodvale. This home was in one of the rougher homes this year.
Had someone removed the pipes from that house? Is that,
Pardon?
had somebody removed the pipes from that house?
I'm not sure. Somebody may, and that is common for people to strip the copper out if a house has been sitting for a while.
So just for the listeners, the worst house on the block becomes the best house, and the neighbors cheer him every time he walks by.
This is 21920 Kipling. And you can see we spend money on landscape. We do mulch and new bushes, and that driveway was actually just poured today.
Wow.
If I'm going too fast, I'll slow down. Refinish the wood deck.
What did you do to the deck?
Just refinished it,
Finished.
and then there's, I can see it on that particular home, there's a brand-new air conditioning unit in the back, too. That's a new roof on Whitmore. This home was under construction when I took the pictures last week.
Yeah, just to clarify for the people listening, you must give these to people who are going to live there, not renters, not, we're doing owners, not renters.
Good point. They all have to be
Right.
sold to owner occupants who have to occupy and homestead the property. No
and
investor sales.
No investor sales. And I think that was the problem before, was that there were out-of-state investors who didn't care about Oak Park.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we'll get to the next photo. One thing I forgot to mention, here's Forest. Again, a new driveway, new walkway going in there. I think that was poured today also. And this brings me to the next point. I forgot to mention, so we acquired 2 vacant lots as part of the package last year, and we agreed to construct a new construction home on them. And we have the basement dug and backfilled, and the framing is going to be starting within the next week. I anticipate the sales price to be somewhere between $235,000 and $250,000. I'm building a 1,600 square foot, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath colonial with a 2-car attached garage. I think it would be a nice feature because 4-bedroom homes are tougher to find, and so that's why I decided to do a 4-bedroom home, because I think there is a market for it, and I think there's a shortage of 4-bedroom houses. That's a rendering of the home.
That's
floor
gorgeous.
Again, I'd just like to thank the city for the opportunity to work here. It's a great place. I hope I've earned your trust, and we'll continue to work hard for you. And is there any questions?
No. We're happy campers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your support and your time.
I would like to add, too, that they have donated a lot of money to the city to give back as well for some of our events, like, well, what was formerly known as Summerfest, and then also into our facade improvement program that we can grant to businesses to improve the facades of their buildings. So we thank them for that.
Thank you so much for doing that. Not required, but appreciated. It's nice to have you as the member of the business community.
And 15H, Director Maroney.
Yes, in front of you is a resolution asking you to approve the 8 Mile Boulevard Association's unifying framework. It is essentially what they refer to as their master plan. The last plan they developed expired in 2018, so we created a new one that will take us into the next few years. And they are asking that each community pass that along and pass the resolution so that they continue working towards their goals.
This is a group, I'm on the board, and they work very hard to turn 8 Mile Road around. 8 Mile Road has looked a little scruffy in parts, and this organization is dedicated to making it look more beautiful, having buildings redone and renovated on the property, having events and cleanups, and so we're real pleased with what they've done, and they've done a couple things in Oak Park for us. What was the most recent?
They just do the normal cleanup on the medians. Every year they have an event that they host, and that's coming up actually in the next couple months where they clean the areas up.
So we need a motion to pass a resolution in support of this unifying framework.
So moved?
Second?
Discussion or questions?
Just have a quick question.
Yes.
Approving this is no like financial obligation or anything like that. We're just saying that
No,
we
no
we
financial
support it.
obligation, yeah, that you
Okay.
support their goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Attaboy. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Madam Mayor, members of council, that completes the city manager report for this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, City Manager Tungate and staff. Call to the audience if anybody would like to speak. Give us your name and address for the record, and limit your comments to 3 minutes.
Joyce Bannon, 10611 Troy. I have 3 minutes, so I hope you can bear with me. First off, your June 16th Beer Fest, I'm opposed to in our public parks. It states in the public parks that there's no alcohol or beer allowed. So I don't know where you're going to put your Beer Fest, and I've brought this up before, and everything is well and good if you don't put it in our parks. My husband got one of these surveys regarding 9 Mile. The Ferndale 9 Mile Oak Park paper was wonderful. I don't know how many people have asked me about what they're doing to 9 Mile, cutting down all the trees. I told them, read the book. They're going to put a park down there. They're going to put a bike path down there. Don't you people read? My husband got the survey. I did not. I don't know why I didn't get one, but he got one. I have it here with me tonight. God, there were so many things. Right now, my biggest complaint is the Beer Fest being in our park, because it states in our parks no beer or alcohol allowed when we got children in there. And I don't care, Berkeley, Ferndale, and Oak Park, Royal Oak also do not have beer and wine in their parks. I know it happens, but they don't condone it. And I don't want to condone it in our park if we've got the signs up there saying it. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Not a chatty group here. All right. It is then called to the council, and I went to the funeral of Donald Cohen. Donald Cohen served the city of Oak Park on the zoning commission and the planning commission. He was president of Temple Emmanuel and served as executive director. A careful, thoughtful, kind, dependable gentleman with a great dry sense of humor, who was an Oak Park gem. And our condolences to Marilyn and the family, Debbie, Marcy, and Stacy, and the grandchildren. He stood for things. He was a pillar of the Oak Park community, and we'll miss him. Thank you. Councilmember Burns.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out. Have a pleasant evening. Please be cognizant of the changing weather. Dress accordingly and watch your animals. The skunks are out.
Councilmember Weiss.
Thank you for that warning. My dog got skunked last year. It was not pleasant.
No, it's not. It's not pleasant.
I just have a quick announcement. We already talked about Summer Blast being on the 16th. Just so everyone knows, the day before, June 15th, is the library's 60th anniversary party. That's going to be in the evening, starting at 4. So we hope that you'll come out for that. There'll be a lot of fun activities, including some outdoor games, food, and especially activities for children. So we hope that you can make it out for that.
Mark
Thank
your
you.
calendars, June 15th at 4 o'clock. Anything further? Councilmember Rich.
Good night.
Chatty as always. There being no further business to come before this council, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you for coming.
Trying to stay neutral.
But that was the latest word I got. What would that mean? Yep. Really? Yeah, commercial. We got a couple of crews working there. I'm wondering if this guy likes old and marked up for, whatever he went with. I mean, no.
Good night. Thank you. And so, just, I don't know, just having a chat. I don't want to get big on that. Yeah, I'm not 40. I still charge you myself a soft cost. I still do stuff without it, because that was my first weekend. So, I still do my stuff without it. And I enjoy working with those people. Well, we're going to say that they lost their CEO. John Van Camp found himself. He had been there 40 years.